Hey guys, my name is Dania and I will be explaining Unit 10 of EMT. So to start off, we'll do note values. So up here we have a whole note. In each whole note there are two half notes. In each half note there are two quarter notes. In each quarter note there are two eighth notes. And then in each eighth note there are two 16th notes, and it just keeps going on and on. So obviously you can see that the notes keep changing as the value of the note changes. So once we get to eighth notes, the note gets a flag, and then as the value gets smaller, you just keep on adding a flag. So from there on, it's pretty easy. However, these you really have to memorize, but that's not hard. And rest values, it's basically the same thing as the note values, but obviously they look slightly different. A rest is basically a pause in the music, so just somewhere where you're not meant to play or sing or yeah. So here we have a whole rest, half rest, quarter rest, eighth rest, and 16th rest, and on, and obviously it has that same trend where you just add a flag to the rest, and then as the value gets smaller, you keep on adding flags. Okay, now we will be talking about time signature. So the most common time signature is called common time, otherwise known as 4/4 time. So the top number here means that there are 4 beats in a measure, and then the bottom number means that the quarter note gets the beat. Now how you know that it's a quarter note is because the reciprocal of the bottom number basically resembles what number. So if it was 4/2, the reciprocal of 2 is 1/2, then you know that the half note gets the beat. Now other time signature that isn't quite as popular, but you'll still see it, it's called cut time, and sometimes they'll just show it as this symbol, or sometimes they'll put 2/2. So that just means that there are 2 beats in the measure, and that the half note gets the beat. Now, just to explain it, you can look over here, there are examples. So if this were 4/4 time, there would be 4 beats in the measure, since that is a quarter rest, quarter note, quarter rest, quarter note. And since in 4/4 time, the quarter note gets the beat 1, 2, 3, 4. However, in cut time, which is symbolized here, this would basically be the equivalent of an eighth note in common time. So this is half a beat, half a beat, half a beat, half a beat. So these 2 together are 1 beat, and then these 2 together are 1 beat. So then you get 2 beats in measure, and that fulfills the requirement for cut time. Another example here, just to show you, is basically you see 4 18th notes, which make up 2 quarter notes, which equal to 1 beat in the case of cut time. And then here you see a half note, half rest, which is 1 beat in cut time, and therefore that fulfills the requirements of cut time. Now moving on, dotted notes. What dotted notes basically are simple as that. It's just a note followed by a dot. What does the dot mean? It basically means that you have to add on the value half of the actual note. So in the case of this dotted quarter note, you see that I put 3 eighth notes because a quarter note itself is only 2 eighth notes. But if it's dotted, you take half of that value, which is only 1 eighth note, and you add it on, so you get 3 eighth notes is a dotted quarter note. And I did the same thing here for eighth notes. So normally an eighth note would only be 2 16th notes. But if it's a dotted eighth note, you'd have 3 16th notes, since half of 2 is 1. And just another example that gets quite confusing, if you see something like this, a double 2 dots after 1 note, so since you know a whole note in 4/4 time is 4 beats, it's 4 beats. And then if you would just have this dot right here, this would equal to 6 beats. However, the second dot doesn't mean you take half of this again, so it wouldn't be 8. You take half of what this value is. So since this value adds 2 onto this, you would add 1 onto this because this one adds 2. So it's so you're just adding the half of what was added on previously. So if you were to see something like this as well, so since this is 2/8 notes, you would add on 1/8 note with this one, then you'd add a 16th note because of the third one, since you get 1/8 note from the other one and half of 1/8 note is a 16th note. It's complicated, but you'll get used to it. So examples of adding in missing notes or rests. So here you have 4 times, and you will see this in the review section of EMT. Basically, it'll ask you, for example, here to add on 1 note. So first you have to look at the time signature. You see that it's 4/4. 4 beats have to be in the measure, and the quarter note gets the beat. So looking at this, here a 16th note in 4/4 time is a 1/4 of a beat. So we already have a 1/4 of a beat. And then we see the quarter note here, which gets 1 beat. So now we have 1.25. And now there's a quarter rest. We get 2.25. And then we get another quarter note, which is 3.25. So we need 0.75 of a beat to fulfill the requirement of 4/4 time. So that means we have to get 3 more 16th notes. How do we get 3 more 16th notes? Here under the example for dotted notes, you see a dotted eighth note equals to 3 16th notes. So if you were only to add 1 note, you would add in a dotted eighth note. Obviously, you could add in 3 more 16th notes, but in this case, where it asks you to only add 1 note, you'd add in a dotted eighth note. Now here, if they would ask you to add in a rest, that would fulfill the requirement of 4/4 time, which, as we said, 4 beats in the measure, quarter note gets the beat. So here we see 3 16th notes, 0.75 of a beat, and then 2 beats, 2 points, and then a half note, which is 2 beats. So 2.75 plus one beat, quarter note, which is 3.75. So we need 0.25 of a beat to fulfill the requirement of 4/4 time. So we know that 1/4 of a beat in 4/4 time would be a 16th note. So we would but since they're asking for a rest, we'd use the 16th rest. So you simply add in the 16th rest right here. So sorry if a lot of all this talking has confused you a little bit, but hopefully this gives you a clearer understanding of what Unit 10 is trying to make you understand, and hopefully this helps you get over a 90% on your review section. So yeah, thank you for watching.